Hi, primary friends! We are here today to do a small primary craft that's going to be so much fun. And I have with me the crafting queen. This is my daughter, Rosie. She loves doing crafts. What kind of things do you love to do?
I love to paint, and I love to draw,
And cut things out.
And I love to cut things.
Yeah, okay. So today we're going to be drawing a picture and painting it. And Rosie, why don't you tell us what things we're going to need to draw?
So we need white crayons.
Something to draw with. You can either use a marker or a pencil. I'm going to use a marker so you can see my line really well, but yeah, pencil might be easiest.
And I'm using these two. We need paintbrushes, water paints,
a little bit of water. You don't need very much. Okay, go ahead. Great. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and go find those things and come back and we'll get started drawing.
Did you get all those things for the picture?
Okay, good job. Let's go ahead and get started drawing. I learned how to draw a picture of the Hong Kong temple. I love going to see the temple. Do you like going to see the temple, Rose?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if we go too fast here today, the instructions are also in the Friend magazine that you all should have. Start out by grabbing your thing to draw with. So Rosie, are you going to do your marker? Okay, there you go. I'm going to use this black marker so you can see my line really, really well. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start by drawing a line about in the middle of the page. Straight across. Fold your paper. Straight line going across. Good. Beautiful, Rose. And then we're going to start a little bit inside the line and we're going to draw a rectangle underneath. Just like this. Now, I am not a super artist, so everyone's is going to look a little bit different. Looks great. Now we're going to draw a smaller rectangle on top, a little bit inside from where we were before, a little bit shorter than the one on bottom. So that's what mine looks like. Very nice. Okay, cool. Next, so this is kind of the inside of the temple. Now we're going to draw the outside of the temple. So we're going to kind of connect all these spots together. We're going to go over and then go straight down all the way to the bottom and do the same thing on the other side, over and straight down all the way to the bottom and over. So we've made one big rectangle, haven't we? Connected on top too. Go all the way up to the top. And over and down to the corner. Same thing on the other side. Very nice. Okay. And then we're going to add a little top piece. We're going to make a little angle coming off the edges and connect them all the way along the top like it's got a cap on its head. And then kind of find your little spots and draw more lines like that. So you can see what it looks like. So this is what I've got so far. Here's Rosie's. Do you want to see Rosie's? There we go. There's Rosie. She's doing great. This temple is really tall and skinny. And so we're going to add another level on top. So we're going to draw another rectangle all the way along the top and back down. And draw some more little lines in there. And we're going to add another little cap piece on top of it. Long, skinny piece. And it even has this like one more little tall, skinny, tiny piece that goes on top. Just like that. With two little lines. So that's the outline of the temple. And now we're going to draw the inside pieces. So we have 3 levels and 2 little caps. Here, level 1, level 2, and level 3 up here at the top. So we're going to start in this very top level, number 3. And we're going to draw 4 little squares. So we're going to draw 1. Hopefully I have enough space. 2. Oh, I think it's going to be perfect.
And then
3.
4.
4 squares. Here's my 4 squares. Did you get your 4? And now we're going to add a little black. Maybe you can get your marker for this. You're going to color in, you're going to draw another square inside each square and color it in. Now we get to add my favorite part, which are the lines. We're going to start in section 1 on the bottom, and we're going to draw long lines along the bottom here. Almost going from the top to the bottom. If they make it all the way to the top, that's great. If they just stay, I think I'm adding too many lines, but I like my lines. I like your lines too. So there's our lines on the bottom. And now we're going to add, Rosie's showing us hers. Very nice. Rosie's already added the ones on the top. Now the ones on the top kind of make a curve. Okay, we don't want to draw the curve though. So we're just going to imagine there's a curve. So we do a short one, medium, little bigger, little bigger, little bigger, little bigger, and back to medium, medium, short, short. And then it made kind of a curve along the top. You can finish here if you want to, or if you want to paint it, we're going to keep going and we're going to paint. So what we're going to do is, I want you to think and close your eyes. Close your eyes for a minute, Rose. Think about when the last time we went to the temple. What color was the building?
White.
It was white. And the temple is white to symbolize how beautiful and pure and clean it is. So we are not going to paint the temple. We are going to paint outside. We're going to paint the grass by the temple and the beautiful sky. Now we're going to get our white pencil. This is our magic trick. When you're painting and you only want to paint in one place but not everywhere else, you can use a white crayon to keep the paint away. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this white crayon and we're going to kind of color a little imaginary line right along the line that you drew, along the outside of the temple, because we don't want any of the paint to get in. You're kind of drawing like a protective thing. Okay, so now I've gone through and I've colored a little white line all the way around my temple. Okay, now, Rosie, what's the rule when we paint?
So we need something underneath the paper so we don't get it under the tape.
Okay, I'll go get that. One thing I like to do when I'm doing watercolors is I like to get my paper wet before I start. So I take my paintbrush and you just get it a little bit wet.
Okay.
And that's going to help the water.
I changed my mind.
That's okay, you can do it however you want. So we can put that more closer over here. And that way, when we put the paint down, it'll spread so nicely and beautifully. So we're just getting a little bit wet, not a whole lot. And try to only get outside the temple. There we go. The cool thing is the crayon will kind of help protect the temple from getting wet.
You want to get it wet again because all the watercolors are dry, so you need it.
That's right. Very good. I'm going to kind of make a sunset, I think. So I'm going to get a little bit of red. Do some red down here on either side.
I'm going to make it
just a little bit.
This.
Finished up
you
the
have
temple.
To let it dry.
Rosie's exactly right. We have to let it dry. So we want to make sure that you find a safe place for your drawing, away from people like Jojo.
Yeah. And Donnie, so he doesn't accidentally touch.
Yeah. Do you want to show them your artwork real quick? You want to pick it up and show? Here's Rosie's video. Where Rosie's are. There's Rosie's temple.
I put in a little painting.
When it's all finished, you can hang it up somewhere to remind yourself of the wonderful blessings that we have by going to the temple. Well, I hope you guys had fun doing some artwork with us today.
Bye!
We're having a silly day, I guess. let's do a smile and wave.